Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin. Okay, you guys, let's dive on into the video. Somebody is feeling like you're being denied of something. I don't know if you feel like maybe God's denying you of something. You're questioning what God is doing in your life. You've heard a lot of no's. I don't know if that's why you've been rejected from certain things, and you're seeing it as the final say so. You're seeing it as, okay, you've just been denied. You're becoming discouraged. Deep down, you still believe that you're trusting God. Deep down that there's something there's hope at the end of the tunnel. There's something for you. However, it's not looking like things are happening in your favor. So you're kind of battling. You're hearing those thoughts of, well, God denied you of a particular thing. Well, maybe not this time around. Continue to sit this one out. But God is saying, actually, the reason why it's confusing, because you're like, okay, so you're constantly having people tell you that, hang in there. There's, a light at the end of the tunnel. And you believe that. However, because it's been so many years, and if you haven't watched my video on going from the cave to the castle, please watch it, because it ties in with this one. Sometimes when we've been in a cave for so long, you continue to have faith. Especially when you're chosen, when you're a child of God, although you're in this cave, deep down you're like, but I'm a child of God, so I have to have faith. I know that there's this, all of it works together, so this is a part of the plan. You know that, but at the same time, you're wrestling with what things look like in the reality. You're still like, okay, maybe there's hope, I don't know, in the future, but as of now, I'm being denied. You feel like maybe things might happen for you, but maybe it's going to be years and years and years to come, because you're like, well, right now I'm just being denied. Or maybe this particular thing will never happen. Maybe God's got that for me. No, God's saying, actually, you're confusing development with denial. God is not denying you. Yes, maybe a lot of people are telling you no. Yes, maybe you're feeling rejected from certain opportunities, or doors are closing, or doors are not opening, whatever. But the reason why those doors are closing or not opening is because you actually are coming into alignment with your divine purpose and destiny. And what happens with that, sometimes we don't always see what's going on in the spiritual realm, but once you get closer and closer to your destiny and your purpose, our reality starts to look chaotic. I mean, people who no longer serve you, you're coming into alignment with purpose, and everybody can't go. So for whatever reasons, you feel like you're losing them. But what's really happening is, the reason why they're falling out of your life and exiting your life is because everybody can't go. This new leveled up version of yourself and everything that's in your future, and with destiny and purpose, you're in alignment, but you're coming out of alignment with them. They're not leveling up to the occasion. So they kind of have to fall off. So those things can hurt. It can, you feel like you're in this dark cave, and you're waiting to see a little bit of glimmer of light, kind of like a tunnel. Is there a light at the end of this tunnel? Why am I being denied? Why am I going to have to wait more years to get this promise? No, you're actually very close. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. It's very important that you stay steadfast, because it's development. And in my message about the video I made about from the cave to the castle, I talk about how in that dark castle, in times of isolation, you guys, when you guys are in you feel like you're in a dark, excuse me, a dark cave, not a dark, I don't know if I said a dark castle, but anyways, like when you're in a dark cave, because you're going from the cave to the castle. Please watch that video if you haven't. But when you're in a dark cave, you guys, there's a tendency to feel like you're alone. God's still with you, but think of an actual cave. It's dark, but you're having faith, you're trusting God, and you're seeing nothing's happening for you. So after a while, you can feel like, I'm gonna keep the faith, but I'm so used to just things not going my way, or God's probably denying me of this particular thing I was hoping for. Maybe God's going to do something. No, you're being developed because it's in the darkness. Oh my goodness, I just thought of something else. Think of like an actual, the dark room. When you think of photography and you're developing film and you go into the room, you go into the dark room. Yes, but what I was saying, and this actually just came to me as I'm saying this, is you think of actual photos and film being developed in the dark room. This is the process. It's dark, but you have to go in this dark room for development. And then once it's all finished and done, you see the bigger picture. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yes. You're being developed in this cave, this dark room, and you feel like you're being denied, but it's not denial, it's development. So yes, for someone, please receive this message. You are not being denied, you're being developed. So when you go from the cave to the castle, you'll be prepared. Everything you're going through in isolation in this dark room, you're being developed and strengthened, and God's given you strength, and you're being prepared so that when you go into your season of being in the castle, from the cave to the castle, publicly, you're going to now have the strength, because everything God's doing with your life, I mentioned this before, it's going to be public. It's going to be on display for everyone to see. Why? Because that's what God's doing with your life. That's how the greatness that's on the inside of you, it's so big. It's like bubbling over. This is the season, this year. The process is starting this year for some people. And for some people, this is the year. Like the whole thing is happening. And then for some of you guys, the process. But this is an important year. I'm telling you, like and a lot of us are actually going to connect with each other and find each other. A lot of the chosen ones, a lot of the ones that are chosen to do great things on this planet, it's all coming together. But yes, you've been going through so much in this dark, it's almost like you're in a dark cave. But just like photos are developed in the dark room, and you can't quite see the picture until the process is done, and then you actually can see the picture, the bigger picture. That's what's happening to you. You're in this dark room and you feel like you're being denied in this room, but you're being developed. Oh my goodness. Just like photos are developed in a dark room, you are being developed in a dark room in the bigger picture after the process, after your development in this dark room. You're not being denied, you're being developed. And then once it's time, once the process is over, trust the process, because once the process of your development in this dark room is over, oh my goodness, you are going to understand why. It's going to all make sense, and you're going to realize, oh my goodness, it was development, not denial. The promise still stands, but you have to go through the process of development, just like photos in a dark room. So yes, it's not denial, it's development. I don't know who that's for, but please receive this message. It is not denial, it is development. So yeah, if you've made it this far, I encourage you to watch my other videos, because, it all connects with this video. It's all these messages that I've been, for some reason, feeling the need to share with you guys, because I feel like 2026 is just going to be that year for a lot of us, those of us that we know we have greatness on the inside of us, but for whatever reasons, we've been allowing distractions to kind of get us off track, or whatever it is, or maybe we've been just kind of chilling on the sidelines. Not this year, because this year we're leveling up to the occasion, and it's going to require a different version of ourselves. And yeah, we're rising up to the occasion. We're getting closer and closer to our purpose and destiny. We're coming into divine alignment with our purpose and destiny. So yes, it is not denial, it is development. And yeah, I hope someone receives that. And I think that is it. If you've made it this far, thank you. And I'd love for you to join me here, my community. Right now, it's it's small, but I know in my heart the right people. I feel like I'm attracting the right people to this beautiful divine community, and I know it's going to grow into something beautiful, amazing, and awesome. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night, depending on where you're in the world. Bye.